I'm so excited to have you with me for this 30-minute yoga stretching class. You might notice that I have a block with me today. You're welcome to sit closer to the back of the mat, just on those heels. And we're just going to breathe in. So put one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Just 2 breaths, filling up the body, coming to your center. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Hands in prayer, exhale. Inhale, reach those hands, stretch even higher. Exhale, hands to chest. We're gonna start our stretching, so bring that right leg forward, low lunge. Inhale, reach those hands up, finger guns. Back bend, open up the belly, the chest, look up. And exhale, left hand down to the mat. Right hand reaches over the side, body stretch on the right side. Look up at that hand. And back to center. We're going to interlace those fingers and do another back bend, opening up the body. Before bringing those hands down to the leg, make sure that your knee is at a 90-degree angle with that foot and round. So we're tucking chin to chest. And you should be able to feel a stretch into the front of the hip on the left side into that psoas. So feel free to adjust. In order to feel that stretch in this position, you're slightly lifted up. Your hips aren't dumping too far forward into the mat. If you're not feeling it enough, you can try to round more, pushing into that leg. Breathing here. And let it go. Bring those hands to the mat, to the inside of the right foot, into lizard. Now try to dump those hips into the mat. You can push out on that right leg. Reaching back for that foot for a deep quad stretch. Pulling it in further by bending at that elbow, opening the body up to the side. Can tend to hold a lot of tension here from sitting, so should feel a lot, but it should also feel really good. Let it go, bring the hands back to the mat, and if you feel like you have extra space to go, you can drop those forearms down. If you are all the way down, you can bring those hands back up, bring the right leg to meet the left, chaturanga into cobra. Just pushing in those hands, like bend at the elbows, shoulders away from the ears. Before pushing back into a child's pose, I invite you to take whatever child's pose your body needs. If you like, you can take a wide-legged child's pose, bringing the knees out to the side. Close those knees. And we're going to come back up into that same low lunge. So the right leg comes back in front, pushing into the fingertips, really sending those hips forward. Exhale, hips come back, half split. Inhale, hips come forward. Look up. Exhale, half splits and round. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, everything goes back. One more inhale. And on the next exhale, we're going to hold. Can come up a little bit to square off at those hips. And then start to walk those hands forward to go deeper. You can even move the heel slightly forward. Make sure to keep that hip over the knee. And try to straighten as much as you can into that right leg. It's more important to find a straight leg than it is to get your forehead to touch the shin. However, you should be sending your body down toward that leg to go even deeper, flexing into the foot. Inhale, come forward, drop the hips. In low lunge, I invite you to stay here. However, if you want to take a split challenge with me, you can go ahead, maybe grab that block, putting it at whatever height you need to relax deeply into this forward splits, keeping the hands or the fingertips pushing into the mat so that you can extend, keeping your body upright, gazing forward. If at any point you feel like you've relaxed deeply enough and you'd like to remove the block, you can go ahead and do so. But feel free to keep it there. Breathing in and letting it go. Come up out of this posture back into your low lunge. Time for another child's pose. You can go ahead, taking another wide-legged child's pose, going deep into the hips, sinking low. Come back. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Make sure to keep the head away from the shoulders and imagine as if there's a string pulling up from your belly, so you're keeping a strong core. Inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend at the knee, bringing it to the left wrist, lower it. Inhale up to the belly and over to the other side, just switching sides. Bringing it left and right and into pigeon at a 45-degree angle here, not going too far too quickly, pushing into those fingertips, squaring at the hips. If you're feeling good here, I invite you to stay. However, you're also welcome to join me in mermaid. You can start by grabbing a hold of that back foot, just pulling it in gently, maybe bringing it into the elbow before reaching back, interlacing those fingers and bringing the arm up and back, opening up into the full front body and stretching deeply into the leg. Let that clasp go. You're welcome to take a deeper pigeon from here. If you're feeling open in the hips, before folding over, letting the head rest on your hands or on the mat. This is also a wonderful opportunity, if you're not able to fully relax yet, to grab a block and put it under that hip. That little extra support can really calm the nervous system. And when the nervous system is calm, that's when the body starts to open up. When you find that openness, you're welcome to remove the block at any time. And keep breathing into it, allowing the body to sink deeper and deeper into this beautiful hip opener. A great way to release all kinds of emotions. Inhale, start to lift the body back up, pushing into those hands, tuck those back toes, and lift the right leg up to the chest into three-legged dog. Do a little counter stretch here, opening up that hip, sending the foot towards the glute. Back to three-legged dog, drop it down to the mat into plank, chaturanga, full up dog. And just send the hips back onto the heels. We're gonna go right away for the other side. So bring that left leg forward into low lunge. Reach those hands up to the sky. Opposite clasp finger guns, opening up in the full front body on the inhale. Exhale. We're going to be doing that side stretch over to the right side, right fingertips on the mat. Left hand reaches over. Inhale, back to center. Interlace those fingers. Go for another back bend. Before dropping those hands down onto that leg, stretching into the front hip and the psoas of the right leg. Trying to find that point of sensation. From here, we're going to start to drop those hands down to the mat into lizard. Getting deep into those hips, sending them towards the mat. Start to push gently onto that left leg, peeling the foot off the mat. You took it on the first side, you can go ahead and grab the back foot and pull it in. Breathing into the quad. Making sure to keep pulling the foot closer every time you release deeper into this posture. You can let it go. Hand comes back to the inside of the foot. Maybe dropping down onto those forearms to go even deeper into the hips in this lizard. The head fall down. If you're all the way down on those forearms, you can come back up on your hands and bring the left leg to meet the right. Going for another chaturanga on the knees into cobra. This time lift the hands off the mat for an added challenge and bring them back into the mat. Push up. Coming back into a child's pose. You're welcome to take that wide-legged one from before or join me in the super restorative version with the body fully rounded over the legs and the hands palms facing up. Inhale, body comes back to center. Left leg comes back into that low lunge. Dropping into the hips, gaze forward on those fingertips. Exhale, send the hips back, half splits. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, hips come back, half splits. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Before exhaling, sending the hips back, getting a flat back. Before coming forward, rounding even deeper over that leg, feel free to adjust, maybe moving the heels slightly further up, keeping those hips over the knee. Same as the other side, straightening it into the leg as much as you can. Breathing deeply here. Start bending into the knee, back into low lunge, gazes forward. From this low lunge, you're welcome to take a split if you had it on the first side or stay there. Coming into the splits. Same as before, pushing those hands and the fingertips straight back, gazes forward. Maybe going for that block so that you can relax and breathe even deeper into it. Only when you find that point of total relaxation, maybe remove the block and see how much further you can go now. Breathing in and sitting back on that hip before bringing the legs back behind and taking a quick child's pose. So you're welcome to do the wide-legged, maybe that super restorative rounded version, whatever child's pose your body needs. Think about coming out of that child's pose and into downward dog. Tuck the toes, send the hips up. Inhale, left leg reaches up to the sky, three-legged dog. From three-legged dog, we'll be going for that little core warm-up. So dropping the knee to one wrist, back up to the chest, over to the other side, switching sides. On the next one, find your pigeon, 45 degrees at that leg. We're not going too deep right away. Fingertips pressing into the mat, squaring off, centering those hips. If you did it on the first side, you can start joining me in mermaid or in a variation leading up to it. We're gonna bend into the right knee, grab a hold of the foot, maybe just staying here, pulling that foot in. You can take it a little deeper, hook the foot in the elbow, keeping the hand on the mat for a moment before clasping the hands together and starting to open up into the full front side body, opening up very deeply into that quad and releasing, dropping a hand back to the mat. You're welcome to take a deeper pigeon, maybe bringing that shin parallel to the top edge of the mat. Still, I invite you to use a block for the start of the pigeon. Breathing in, relaxing. Relaxing the full body. At any point you feel like you found more openness and like you're completely calm, your nervous system is calm, you can remove the block and let yourself sink a little deeper into the mat, into this pigeon. You start to come out, push into those hands, tuck the back toes, knee comes to chest before lifting up into that three-legged dog. Open up into the hip for this counter stretch. Back to three-legged and dropping it down. Inhale, hips come forward, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Shoulders away from the ears and sit back onto those heels for child's pose. Keeping the hands out in front of you and coming up on those fingertips. Just rock the body side to side, moving in a way that feels good, just to release a little bit before sinking down deeply, resting the forehead on the mat. Inhale, round the body up. Open up those knees wide to the edges of the mat. Plant that left hand down behind. Reach the right arm up overhead, send the hips forward. Exhale, hips come down. Right hand back down on the mat. Left hand reaches up and forward, waving through, opening up the hips, the whole front side body, engaging a bit into the quads, into the legs, into the core. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. With your breath, exhale to center. So we're gonna come up closer to the top edge of the mat. Same thing, open the knees to the edges. Tuck the tailbone generously. This is gonna help protect the lower back by keeping the engagement in the abs. Once you find that point of engagement, it's safe to come down a little deeper. It can be on the forearms, keeping those knees on the mat, just noticing if there's any pain. If there is any pain, then just come back up on those hands. And from here, if you are on those forearms, you're welcome to let your head fall back, finding openness in the upper body and the chest. And if you had your head back, bring it back to center and come out of this posture. Sit back. We're going to take fire log, just a little bit similar to pigeon. It's a great hip opener. Bringing that left shin parallel to the top edge of the mat, flex at the foot, and then do the same with the right leg, but putting it on top of the left. So your shins are stacked one on top of the other like fire logs. If you feel open enough in the hips, you're welcome to fold over. Letting the head fall, breathing in. Before walking back up, letting the legs come out to the front, shaking them out to the side, and just going right away for the other side. So bringing the right leg in, the left leg over top. Once you're fully into this posture with those feet flexed, just push into that left leg, pushing it down. Or go ahead and fully fold over, rounding over, the head falling toward the mat. Relaxing deeper on each inhale and letting go a little bit more on each exhale. Start to come out, walk the hands up to center, and just let the legs come out in front, shake them out. So you can start by opening up the knees wide. This is called frog. This one, it really helps to have a blanket because it does put pressure on the knees. So be mindful of that. If you need to go and grab a blanket first, you can go ahead and do so. Once you've found your widest position, you can then come extending the legs out at a 90-degree angle. The hip is in line with the knee and the knee is in line with the ankle. The body isn't too far back or too far forward, it's right in the center. Feel free to use that block, maybe starting with the forearms on the block for extra leverage. Breathing in there. If you feel like you're ready to go deeper, you can come bringing the forehead down onto that block. This one is really intense, especially if you're prone to tight hips and tight inner thighs. But it's a great one to do. If you feel like you can go deeper, you can always try to adjust slightly. Bringing the knees further out to either side. Start to come back out, coming onto the mat, bringing the legs out in front, shake them out, windshield wipe. Knees from one side to the other. We're going to be doing our final stretch. It's a forward fold. This one is great to use a block with. You can put it at any height to rest your head on. Try all the different heights to see what's more comfortable for you. And just like all the other exercises, if you do have the block for support and you're relaxing deeper into the stretch, if at any point you feel like you can put the block at a lower height or remove it, go ahead. If you get to the lowest height, I welcome you to just simply go ahead and grab for those feet because you're probably pretty open. Forward folds are such a great way to end off a practice, especially good for lazy days, lazy yoga days, because it helps activate the digestive system, which is so connected to how we feel. So hopefully you'll leave this posture feeling that sense of relaxation for the rest of the day. Breathing in. And from wherever you were, start to come out. Just going to end off with this neck exercise, letting the head fall back. Look to the left, to the front, to the right. Going one more time. Let the head fall back very gently. Come back to center. Look left, to center, and look to the right, to center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Look up. Exhale, hands come down to the chest. Great work. Thank you so much for joining me for this one. I can't wait to see you again next time.